Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Food, Wine, and Whiskey in Your Own Backyard. I am Rob, your host, and today's show is going to be about cooking in the backyard. And it's that time of year in Houston and around the country where, fall is that backyard cooking season where it's just, leaves are changing colors in some parts of the country. The cooler weather's coming in, football's on. You got some, this year being as crazy as it is, we got baseball, football, basketball, we got everything going on. So to be out in the backyard and be able to cook some good food, hang out with your friends and family, that's what we like to do this time of year. So we thought it'd be a great idea to come up to, in Houston, in Katy specifically, we have a new grill shop that has opened up. They've been in the Houston area for a little while, but it's really cool. They offer some just outstanding grills and cooking devices, I'll call them. I mean, there's all kinds of things that they do, but we're going to introduce two of our guests today, and Ernie's not here yet, but we have Pete, who's the manager of Texas Star Grill Shop here in Katy. How you doing, Pete?
Good. How are you guys today?
Doing good.
Fantastic.
We also have Glenn coming back on the show to talk a little bit. He's an outside cooker and likes being in the backyard. So how you doing, Glenn?
Yeah, doing great. Thanks for having me back.
So, this time of year, I thought it was great to come up and just have a conversation with you about Texas Star Grill Shop. And, Katy, for the longest time, just had, for me, opportunities to buy a grill were kind of Home Depot, was Academy, was places like that. And, as a guy who likes to cook in the backyard and likes quality, because, I'm a believer that you get what you pay for, didn't find a lot of options, if you will, at those kind of places. The really good, not just one quality grill, but multiple quality grills that you could actually pick from. There might be a quality grill there, but it was one. Here at your place, man, you guys got just a slew of cooking solutions and grills and flat tops and charcoal and everything that you guys could think of that you want to cook on in the backyard, and it's quality.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. That's our whole goal here. I mean, we're just trying to give people that option. Come out and see us. We've got tons of things you can look at. We're talking charcoal grills, pellet grills, gas grills, outdoor kitchens. And we try to bring everything at the best price for people. We're not trying to be the expensive grill store. We want to be, that place people can go and feel comfortable to look around and check out what they want to see. And everyone here, all our guys here are trained on all of our grills. We know our product, so we can definitely help get you into that right piece that you're looking for.
And we're going to dive into each of those, those categories, those types of grills here in just a few minutes. Great. But before we do that, Texas Star Grill Shop, local to Houston? Is it just a local company?
Absolutely, we're local.
Okay.
Texas owned. We have local ownership. We have now 4 locations.
Let's go over those just real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. So our original location is off Shepherd and 59.
Yeah, so I used to drive all the way there from 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I would go to you guys
yeah.
because I felt comfortable talking to whoever was in there. It was knowledgeable, and always y'all had a great selection. And so I'm really happy that you guys are here in Katy.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're super excited to be in Katy for sure, because this is definitely barbecue world.
Yeah. So you have the original over there off Shepherd and 59.
So yeah, original off Shepherd and 59. 10 years ago now, 11 years ago now, I actually helped start that store with the owners, Rick and Michelle.
So that's how long they've been in existence, about 10, 11 years.
Yep.
Okay, good.
And and it started out small, and we were at one time we were just doing pellet grills, and then we expanded, but we can get into that as well, how that came about. But then we have the Spring location off of Luetta, in Spring. Great place, actually bigger, probably one of our bigger stores. Great place to go as well. Tons, it's all the same selections. And then we have, this Katy location, and now we just opened off of Woodway and Voss.
I heard about that location.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the way I'm picturing the map in my head as you describe where these locations are, I gotta figure, there's going to be something down by like Sugarland or Pearland, that area coming
probably.
Soon. That's going to get you covered.
Yeah, I think that probably will happen. I don't know for sure, but that would be nice.
Yeah, you definitely
Pearland. Yeah, definitely.
Some great locations as far as accessibility for people in the the whole community. No matter where you live, you're not going to be too far from one of your locations, which is great that you guys are doing it that way. We're happy that you're here in Katy because obviously I live out in Katy. So I used to hear a lot of your radio ads and things like that. And I'd be like, man, I gotta check that place out. And I just never got a chance to get over to 59 and check you guys out. But as soon as you popped up here, I'm here quite a bit looking at things and buying some stuff.
Yeah, well, I've seen you in here a few times.
Yeah. So I thought, man, it'd be great to come up and do a show on you guys and just kind of let everybody in the community know what you offer to them. And a lot of people may not know you're here. Let's talk a little bit about this location in Katy, because it was a grill shop before you guys took over.
That's right. It was West Side Grill and Fireplace. I'm sure local people know about West Side Grill and Fireplace. Mr. Booth, Richard Booth, the owner, he just decided he wanted to move on, and we were gonna put a store here. It was gonna happen
Somewhere in Katy.
So the opportunity came up, and he decided it's time to move on, and he sold us this location and the retail business, and so we were able to kind of just come right in. It was already a grill store, so we got to just kind of come in and add our stamp to it.
Yeah, you definitely did that, because his store to me was a little more driven to outdoor kitchens and things like that, where I think you guys really do a great job of. You still offer the cooking for outdoor kitchens, but you focus a lot on the grills. And for a guy who likes to cook in the backyard, that's when I came in and saw what you offered. I went, okay, this is a place to shop now. This is gonna be fun.
Definitely. More wider selection, different brands. Absolutely. Please
and
come
you guys
out.
are also having a pretty good sale going on right now, right?
Of course, yeah. We got our fall sale going on. Got hundreds of dollars, even thousands off certain products. I mean, it's really a great time to buy. Traeger is $100 off. Green Mountains is like whatever you want. We definitely got a sale going on lots of different things.
Now, as I walk around and I looked at a lot of the grills and the brands that you offer, which are so many, like I said earlier, just quality things. If they had a brand in mind and they don't see it here, I think, bring it up to you, right? Because if it's not on the floor, it doesn't mean you can't get it.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. There's so much, and it's just hard to have everything. Even though we try to have as much as possible. But just ask us about a brand, or ask us about something that you don't see. There's always things out there that we can get a hold of that we don't necessarily have on the floor.
Because a lot of times you might be at a buddy's house and they've got a grill and they're just talking it up, and you've seen it and cooked on it with him or whatever, and you're like, okay, that's what I want. And just because they walk in and don't see it doesn't mean you can't get it. That's my point. I don't want them to leave thinking it's not something you can get.
Just because you don't see it don't mean it's not possible to get.
Well, let's jump into grills, man. Let's start there. That's what you guys are, for me, that's what you're all about. So let's jump into grills.
Let's do that.
So let's start with, I think, what most people would call just that easy backyard cooker. If you're going to get something, stick it in the backyard so you can grill out and enjoy the weather. It would be gas grill, I would think.
Sure. I mean, gas grills, turn it on and go, right?
Exactly. But you still want something quality. And I can tell you, I went through that routine of, like I said, going to a different store, buying something for maybe $200, $300, and it not lasting one cooking season, and then you got to buy another one.
We see that all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure you hear that story a lot. I'm not the only. That's why I don't mind telling you. I know I'm not the only one who's done that. Now I've bought a really nice quality, and I'll say it's a nice Weber grill, and I love cooking on it. And I can just, as I finish and do stuff, I can see that, you can tell this is quality. This is holding up through a couple cooking seasons. This is great to have. But gas grills that you carry, let's run through those a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah. Of course, we have the Weber. Weber's that brand. They've been around forever, and it's great quality stuff. We carry all their products.
Great warranty, also. Great customer service.
Yeah, I just was telling Rob this earlier, and I talked to Ernie, I think last week about it. Weber's basically completely replacing my grill. The cook box has started to crack. And
After how many years?
I think it's 8 or 9 years. It has a 25-year warranty on the cook box.
Wow.
And they just threw in some free burners and the flavorizer bars as well. So
I mean they do that. That's the kind of customer service you get with Weber.
On Consumer Reports, they're rated as the top of customer service in the gas grill industry.
Wow. What else? So Weber's obviously a brand everybody knows.
Yeah, it's a Weber. It's a brand that's out there. Napoleon is also a brand we carry, which we really love. Napoleon has really, you get a lot of bang for your buck with a Napoleon grill. You're going to be able to get sear burners, rotisseries.
It's really versatile. You can do a lot.
Yeah,
can do a
stainless. I mean,
And they
good
also
product.
walking around looking at that brand because it's not one I'm real familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
They have just a variety in sizes too, so it's not like you have to get a huge grill.
No, of course not. Yeah, I mean,
lot.
medium
Napoleon's
to small
made
to
in
large.
Canada, so they. What I tell my customers is, you've already had the Weber. It's a step above
Yeah.
Weber. It gets hotter, faster. You have to know how to cook on it because it's that kind of grill. You got to be a good person to know how to use it. And you can cook with charcoal in it also. It's got a lot of cool factors. Their sear zone gets up to 1800 degrees in 1 minute. So you can cook those perfect Chris Root steaks, move them over to the side to get up to temp. People love that.
Yeah, yeah. If you want that black and blue steak, you can definitely get it done on
Nice
Napoleon.
crust on there. Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. And then I saw a Sabre.
Sabers, yeah, Saber is a great infrared product. It's some people they're a little sketchy about gas grills, and maybe they don't necessarily like on some grills you can get a lot of flare ups. If you drop a greasy piece of meat, it starts flaring up. But you can really avoid that with the Sabre. It's a great product. It's 304 stainless. It's got and really gets hot 950,000 degrees on the infrared, and you can drop stuff on there. It doesn't flare up on you. It's really easy to cook on, very even.
I'll tell you a story. A friend of mine that I met here, retired police officer Jaime Geraldo, he owns a Sabre, and he always comes in here and tells me, Ernie, I love my Sabre. I can cook a pound of bacon and throw a gallon of gasoline, and it won't flare up.
I know Jaime.
true.
I know
That's
Jaime
true.
well,
Yeah.
and I don't appreciate you bringing his name up on the show. Just kidding, Jaime. Gas grills. Anything else? I know you have the Sabre, the Napoleon Weber.
I mean, then you have your all stainless products such as RCS. RCS is a big brand here in Houston. They've been servicing Houston for years. They're actually based out of Houston. Great company, great warranty, 15 years, lifetime warranties. And then we also carry Blaze, which is one of those products that just really, has a great warranty as well and is very popular. Very hot grill. Blaze products are great. We carry premium pro stuff like Alfresco.
DCS.
Yeah,
I'm
DCS.
I'm going to mention one that I call the Rolls Royce, if you will.
Okay.
If somebody wants it, and you can tell me if I'm wrong about this or not. Twin Eagles with the computer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Twin Eagles. We have Twin Eagles as well. Absolutely made in the USA.
Is it made in the USA?
Yeah,
All of it,
absolutely.
yeah.
California. Great product. And their pellet grill, which we have on sale right now, is an amazing product. Touchscreen color control, Wi-Fi. Built-in Me probes. It's you can run pellets in it, but you can also direct flame sear. But you can also use charcoal. I mean, it's just
All in
super
this one
versatile.
grill.
All in that one. Yep.
Now, I'm not going to lie to people. It's a little pricey,
It's a little pricey,
but you're getting some bang for your buck
you are, and we're selling it for about $3,000 off right now.
on the sale that's going on.
Yeah.
How long does this sale last?
It's going to be going on probably through October.
Okay, so
You
we
know.
got some time to get in here.
Some time to get in here.
Okay.
Yeah, we have very few units left of those Twin Eagles that are at that price. So we need to.
We got that one on cooking demo that we use
Yeah,
frequently. In fact, I just did a flap that I wrapped with some baby Swiss cheese and spinach, using that charcoal insert for the first time, and that thing
You
got.
like the way it cooked.
Oh yeah, and not only that, it
Smells
only took,
great, I'll say that.
It only took 15 minutes for it to get from 0 to 350 like that with the charcoal, and it did it all on its own. I used the probe. It's simple.
Yeah.
Simple and easy, man. That's what's great about the pellet. I mean, it's just fire it up and go. I mean, you just get going. You don't have to. Not a whole lot of work involved there.
But when I walked around and I saw that one, anytime you see anything but a grill that has probably a 6x8 inch screen, touch screen for cooking, I went, okay, this is a Rolls Royce, so it's got to do all kinds of cool stuff, and it sounds like it does.
Well, now they just need to, you'll be able to watch the game on it. Then you're
yeah,
good.
exactly.
Then it's over.
Exactly. Is there any other gas grills that you guys carry we want to touch on before we jump over to charcoal?
Well, we talked about Alfresco, I believe, for a second. Alfresco is also another premium product, really high grade steel, very versatile as well. I mean, you need to have steamer fryer inserts. charcoal ability as well. Also your griddle assessment, attachments on there. So yeah, and it's, lifetime warranty, incredible products.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you, just real quickly. We mentioned about the Weber warranties and everything and how outstanding they are in the customer service, but I'm assuming you guys have dealt with these companies. You're going to get that similar type of service and warranties from the companies we're talking about that you carry up here.
Absolutely. I mean, any company that we carry is going to have a good customer service, because otherwise we're not going to deal with them. Because I mean,
it's your reputation.
It's our reputation, so we expect our customers to be taken care of.
Yep, absolutely. All right, well, let's jump into charcoal. One that jumped out at you, Glenn, was the.
Oh, I saw the PK grill.
Yeah, the
over there.
PK. Yeah, it's a classic.
So I don't know really anything about. I know a lot of competition cookers use that for steaks and burgers, stuff like that.
I've actually had some of the best brisket I've ever had come off of PKs.
Really,
really good. Yeah.
So
and and it's not exactly a smoker, but you can definitely do it if you know what you're doing. But it's cast aluminum product. I've seen people have that grill for 50 years. Their granddaddy had it, and they're still kicking. I mean,
mine's 60 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously?
Yep.
So I mean, and you just replace the grates, every once in a while.
Yeah.
But the shell, I mean, it lasts forever. So it's one of those deals where if you get yourself one, you'll definitely be passing it down.
No, I didn't see it, but are there options and sizes when we talk about a PK?
Sure.
grill?
You got they got two sides. You got the 360 and then the original.
Okay.
The original is more of a square, whereas the 360 is more of an oval type shape.
Okay.
A little bit larger. Has grates that flip up for charcoal insertion, and it's just a really great product.
Okay, very cool. Charcoal. What else we got?
Charcoal, you're talking. Right now, charcoal. The big deal is ceramics. So
now we're getting
Kamado.
So Kamado style. Green Egg,
eggs.
Kamado Joe, Primo. Those, we carry those brands. Are fantastic brands. All three of them.
So
you
here's
have a
my-
Weber Summit one as well, right? Isn't that the,
Weber's. The Weber. Let's not forget that the Weber Summit Charcoal, which is a really nice dual walled steel
I didn't
product.
see that. I need to check that out.
Yeah, really nice product as well. That's kind of like their answer to the ceramic.
So here's my question to you as the sales guy up here, right? Mm-hmm. You mentioned all four of those. Mm-hmm. How do you steer somebody to a particular product? Because I've heard the marketing. I heard all about Green
Sure.
Egg. And that's the biggest one that I think. For a long time. I mean, I think they obviously have a great product because they've just done so well for so long.
Yeah.
Kamado Joe is one that in the last probably 5 or 6 years I've seen really kind of rise up as well. But the other ones you mentioned I'm not too familiar with.
Well, I mean, Green Egg is one of those legacy brands. They kind of brought the Kamado from Japan, which is where our service members actually first discovered it.
Okay.
Back in World War II days. It was kind of discouraged just how they cooked everything. But a guy brought one over back from Japan, and I forget the exact story, but basically that the original Green Egg, which was actually originally orange,
Really?
was if you can find an orange one, you've got a piece of history there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was they started that from the Japanese design.
Okay.
And it's just a Japanese style cooker. You put wood, charcoal, anything that'll burn pretty much with a grate. That's all it was, But now now it's more technically enhanced with different ceramics and grating systems.
But I know it's also versatile when you talk about that.
Sure.
'Cause you can do steaks on it, chicken. You can cook pizzas on it. You can smoke on it. Do briskets and things. So it's a cooking device that
Absolutely.
seems to just be able to cover all the bases for you.
I mean, you can do it all on it. You can. You can go from searing to smoking to. I mean, it's definitely super versatile. Cook pizzas, I love charcoal fired pizza.
Absolutely.
I think it's the best.
So is it maybe accessories and price point where you would steer
Sure.
a customer to one option or the other?
Yes, that's a big thing. Green Egg is a little more a la carte, whereas Kamado Joe has their kind of like basic setup that everything comes with. Comes with cart, whereas Green Egg you just kind of pick what you want. But we have packages for Green Egg too that gives you the cart, and
Okay.
So we kind of really what we try to do is really make the choice. Some say harder, but easier, because we try to package things together so that you can really get everything you need to go right out of the store.
You figure out what the customer wants to cook with it, and
Yeah.
then you kind of make sure they have everything they need.
And the big thing is color too. So
red versus
green.
red
or
versus
black.
green. Some people can't deal with the green, can't deal with the red. So they pick the color they like.
I break it down to 2 or 3 things. What I try to do is I'll tell them, one's red, one's green. One's made in Mexico, the other one's made in China. Which one looks better in your backyard? And a lot of people like the features of the Komodo because they really engineered all the small kinks in
Yeah.
the Komodo grill. They've been around for over 3,000 years.
Yeah, they're on the 3rd generation of it now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yep.
if I had to pick one, I think that's the one I would pick. It would be a
With
Kamado
the
Joe.
slow roller, the basket,
Yeah.
The
Kamado-
rotisserie,
the
the
aluminum.
pizza,
Yeah,
yeah,
everything.
all that.
Yeah, the Kamado Joe 3, which has been hard to get recently, but they're coming. It's nice. The slow roller is a really nice feature on it. It's it comes loaded. That grill comes loaded with heat deflector, slow roller, multiple racks, grill grip dash tool, cart. And it's just a great product. But yeah, all of the ceramics are going to give you what you want. It just depends on kind of which way you want to go as far as look and as far as also the Kamado Joe has a pretty unique hinge system, airlift hinge system, which really gives it a maybe I don't know, I won't say an advantage, but
the seals are the 2 seals different.
The seals are different. You have felt on the green egg, and then you have the steel gasket on the Kamado Joe, which people seem to like.
Now, I think the Kamado Joe, if I'm remembering right, has an option for a rotisserie.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
The Joe
It
Tisserie.
does. Yes, actually, the Joe Tisserie fits on the green egg. I probably shouldn't say that,
does it?
but it does. Yes.
Okay. I was wondering about that. I hadn't seen an option for the green egg, but they do have a.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can make it work.
All right. The next grill I would talk about is one that I think I can't force myself to get one, Glenn, or get into it yet because I call myself a traditional smoker, but
The
the
pellet.
pellet grills. Yeah.
Yes.
Very popular now. Hugely popular.
So the pellet grill is definitely exploding in popularity the past 10 years or so. It's been, the pellet grill was our staple when we started Texas Star Grill Shop. We used to call it Texas Star Pellet Grill Company.
I remember that. When
Back in the day.
Yeah, you used to advertise on
Yeah.
the radio 610 as that.
And
yeah.
we only had we only had Traegers. And the reason for that was because we actually started out as Traeger distributors in Texas because no one was selling them. This great new invention, the pellet grill, the easy smoking with fire was just not something that people really knew about down here.
Right.
And we were kind of blown away by that fact that no one was selling these things. And so we hooked up with Traeger and started to become a dealer for them. And then we became a distributor for Texas, and we managed accounts and, started to really push the Traeger, get that whole pellet grill thing going. And we were one of the pioneering companies that really got that thing started down here.
And even the pellets were hard to find. I would drive to you guys because I use them for smoking in my gas grill. So
Yeah.
it's all light, a little burner tube.
The little tube,
with
amazing smoke
pellets.
tubes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And, just to add some wood fire kind of taste to whatever I'm cooking on my gas grill.
Absolutely. Yeah, and they're great for that purpose as well. But definitely, we continue to build that brand, build that in Texas, and then eventually we just kind of felt like we could sell these things better than even some of the dealers that we were working with. So we thought, let's open a store, let's do it. And so we started that, and things kind of grew from there. And then we decided, well, maybe we need to have some ceramic grills, and maybe we need to have some gas grills, and all of a sudden the name's now Texas Star Grill Shop.
Yeah.
So,
On the pellet grills, tell people, a lot of people listening know what a pellet grill is, but some might be going, okay, I know what a barbecue pit is, but a pellet grill, what are they talking about? You're talking about the pellets that you have to just get the smoke. Tell them how it works and what it's all about.
yeah, so basically a pellet grill, you're using wood wood sawdust. And so what happens is you cut down trees. There's a lot of they're making furniture out of it, stuff like that. But there's a lot of sawdust left over. Well, why waste all that? That's a lot of waste. So they take that sawdust and they take it to manufacturers that actually press that sawdust back into a pellet form.
Yeah,
And
they're
that-
very high pressures.
Very high pressures,
Yeah.
and there's no glues or any kind of these are all natural wood, so you're not burning anything unnatural in your grill.
And you
know,
get a
which
variety
is
of
very
woods.
important.
It's not just one type of wood. They
Absolutely.
do this across the board with
Across the
flavors
board,
and things. Yeah.
absolutely. You get your hickory, your mesquites, your apple, your cherry,
Pecan,
pecan,
whatever,
whatever. You can all different kind of sawdust out there, so because they use
Sure.
it for everything. So
And I just picked up, Pit Boss has a charcoal one now that's like half oak and half actual charcoal.
yes, they have a charcoal pellets out there too.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So anyway, so you have these pellets.
And then basically you put the pellet into the pellet hopper, is where the pellets are stored in the grill, and then you turn it on, and then there's an auger that feeds the pellets into a fire pot. There's a fan that's blowing that heat and smoke around. There's a digital controller where you set the temperature. You say, you know what, we're doing brisket today, 210. Set your grill 210, maybe 225. Whatever your preferred temp is. Set it there. That grill is going to maintain that temperature for you while continuing to roll smoke and heat.
Yeah, so as the temp drops, the auger will activate because the temperature is reading,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to bring in a few more of those wood pellets until it
Right.
gets back up to temp and then turn off again.
That's right.
And it continues to do that for the 15, 16 hours you want to cook that
That's right.
that brisket. Now, what do you find with a Traeger? Do you find that if you're cooking, say, just an average 12-pound brisket,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to cook it for 14 hours, can one fill of the pellets, can that cook that long, or do you have to kind of watch that? And make
I've
sure?
seen a 120-pound hopper last 30 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
It
Yeah.
all depends what temperature you're cooking at. If you're cooking
Sure,
at a
hotter
lower
temperature, it's
temperature,
gonna burn
that auger turns slower. If you're cooking at a higher temperature, that auger is going to be moving.
Yeah, it's like
faster.
full out.
Right, but that's why I'm giving the example of 210, 225 with a 12-pound brisket,
Yeah.
14 hours.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of factors.
One hopper is going to easily
Take care of
do
that.
that brisket for you, and you won't have to fill it back up.
Do you carry other pellets besides Traeger?
Oh, sure.
I think you do. You carry Camp Chef, right?
Yeah, we got B&B,
B&B.
Camp Chef. We carry the Traeger, Green Mountain.
Okay.
We actually have some really specialized pellets in right now from West Texas, and it's all 100% mesquite, West Texas.
Okay.
On
West Texas
sale.
mesquite on sale, $9.99, 20-pound bag, and it's 100% mesquite, Texas mesquite. So
Better smoke profile.
yeah, and
for
it does,
sure.
and it definitely does smoke really, really well.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
What are some of your other pellet grills that you guys carry?
We've
besides
got other
Traeger?
high-end ones like Memphis. Memphis grills is really good, really hot. Burns up to 750 degrees. Great control. Also has a direct flame insert. They have a tool called the Genie tool that makes lifting the grates really easy and adding those inserts in breeze. I mean, you can do that within 15 seconds. I think that's really cool. We also got the Twin Eagles, as you're aware of.
The Rolls Royce.
The Rolls Royce of pellet grills, really sexy machine. I sold one to somebody out in Memphis. In Minnesota. And what made him drop his card was when I said, "Listen, that grill right there is the panty dropper. It's just a sexy machine." Because I want it.
It is pretty.
And we ship all over United States. So if anybody wants something anywhere in United States, we can ship it to them.
Okay. Not only that, touching on shipping or just getting it to somebody's home, you guys do a delivery service as well if you come into one of your shops and make a purchase.
Absolutely. Part of our service here is, you're living in Houston, you're going to get free assembly, free delivery. We're going to assemble that grill. We're going to bring it out to your house.
And that's
You know,
the
put it in
biggest
your
thing.
backyard.
Pete. That's the biggest thing is the assembly, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
We see
Yeah.
it on the,
No
on
one
the
wants to
showroom,
assemble.
and then you get this box, and you're like, "Damn, I don't want to go home and spend 4 hours trying to put this together
If
the
you're,
right way."
If you're lucky, 4
Yeah.
hours. Yeah.
So to know you guys do that, free assembly, free delivery, I mean, that's a huge. I mean, our time is
Absolutely,
money, right? As
yeah.
people who are buying your product, our time is valuable.
Yeah.
So to take that away and have you guys build it, there's some value to those.
Definitely, you're getting professional, assembly, and our delivery guys are really great. They work really hard.
And they put together
But Buddy with the
hundreds of-
truck. Buddy
Yeah.
with the truck is what we call them.
Yeah.
But they put together hundreds of these, so they know what they're doing. They
Yeah,
know how
be
to
done
put it
right.
together the right way.
Yeah.
Versus
That's
me
right.
trying to do it the first time and not
Yeah,
having
that's
a
right.
clue.
You don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
eliminate the guesswork, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And free of charge.
And free of charge.
Nice.
Another grill that we want to mention also is a Texas American-made Pits and Spits. That's a pellet grill here, made in
locally.
Houston. That's local.
Okay.
And that is a armadillo of a grill.
That's a pellet grill?
Oh, yeah. That is one heavy-duty pellet grill.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're familiar with Pits and Spits, which I'm sure if you are into barbecuing at all, you've heard of Pits and Spits.
Sure.
They've been a Houston franchise forever. But they've started getting in the pellet grills, because they're very popular now, and they have really nice ones that are very heavy duty, very nicely made, and have
built like
good
a
high
tank.
temperatures.
Built like a tank.
Yeah. I'll tell you that there's some pellet grills that I, being that traditional barbecuer, smoker, I like to have, at least 1/8 inch steel to hold the heat, right? You want to hold that heat as long as
Well,
you
I
can.
mean, that definitely gives you an advantage. When you've got thick steel, you're gonna be more efficient on your pellet use.
Yep.
That's why you have some of these pellet grills have double walls, because they're really gonna hold that heat in, and you're really gonna get efficient with your pellet use that way.
Do you have one that you think you see bought more than the others that meet all those criteria?
Well, I mean, we sell a lot of all of our grills, but definitely Traeger is probably the best-selling pellet grill.
Okay.
In the world, it does sell the most. But we also sell a lot of Green Mountains.
Okay.
Green Mountain Grills is a great grill, especially a great entry-level pellet grill. A lot of bang for your buck on a Green Mountain.
Oh, yeah. Dual temperature probe gauges, great cart, front folding shelf, Wi-Fi. You got 2 windows. It's got for rotisserie if you want to use a rotisserie. Clean out tools kit, so you just stick your shop vac in and suck out all the ashes inside.
That makes it easy.
Oh, yeah.
I do it the old way with my stick burner, where I get that plastic cup and
Yeah.
usually a red Solo cup and clean out my firebox. Yeah.
And let me just say, there's nothing wrong with the stick burner method.
Well, we're going to get into that
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's my way of cooking.
Yeah.
I love to use a stick burner. You
Absolutely.
guys have some great ones here,
Definitely. We carry the Texas Original Pits.
which I saw. I like
Yep.
that.
I
Yeah.
mean, real 1/4 inch steel, very nicely made, and great company to work with. So, and they have a multitude of products you can pick from as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else from the stick side you want to mention?
We carry Laguna,
Okay.
which is made in Mexico. Nice stuff. We just got in this specially made for Texas Star Grill Shop, these new Santa Maria grills.
Oh, I love
Okay.
that grill.
And it's got stainless steel grates and stainless steel pulley. It has the pulley system.
So
where
this
you-
is when people are thinking about that Brazilian or Argentinian type cooking, where they,
Right.
put the meat
Raise
right
it.
on the flame. Yeah, they can raise it up and down.
Lower it.
depending-
Exactly.
Yeah.
That style, very popular. We just
Lot
got
of
those
fun.
in.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, lots of fun to use. We just got those in for a great price, $16.99, and just a great heavy duty quality product that you could build in or have on a cart.
What's the orange barrel smoker? that
Oh,
you
the
use?
Oklahoma Joe.
Oklahoma.
That's an Oklahoma Joe.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Oklahoma
A
Joe,
lot of
man.
people are using that in the competition right now. A lot of people winning on that.
Yeah,
That's a brand people know.
yeah. No, it's a great product. It's your, it's your barrel style, old school barrel style that's been
Ugly drum
upgraded.
smoker is what they call it. UDS. Ugly drum smoker.
Yeah. Okay, let's jump over to one thing that I saw you guys start carrying, which I thought was fantastic. So I see a lot of people asking about them. Where do you get them? Pizza ovens.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, those are becoming popular to put in your backyard. People, again, this time of year to sit outside and fire up a pizza oven and open a few bottles of wine or whatever. And it's fun to be able to let kids make them, neighbors, friends, whoever, come over and
It's
throw
a
some
gathering
dough.
place. It's
Yeah.
a real gathering place to have that happen. I have one, and it's so fun to pull it out and be able to gather with all your family, make your pizzas the way you want it, cook them in 1 minute or 2, and everybody's just enjoying it. It's a great tool to develop a relationship and a bond and a memory.
Now, I noticed you carry the Alpha.
We do carry the Alpha.
Is that, and I mentioned that brand, and I'm kind of hesitating here because I saw that one on the shelf. It's the smaller one, but on that same stand before that little one was there is a huge pizza
Yeah.
oven that used to be there, and obviously
Yeah.
you sold it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Was it the same brand?
It
Alpha?
was Alpha 4 Pizza.
Okay, that thing was huge.
Yeah,
I mean,
and yeah, definitely bigger is better. But yeah, the Alphas are made in Rome. So
Okay.
it's a real Roman pizza oven, real brick oven. Just really nicely made product. Gets to 1,000 degrees easily. You can definitely, cook a pizza quick on that sucker. But
And not only just pizza, you can do everything in there. You can braise, you can roast, you can barbecue. You can do everything in there.
yeah, definitely, it's definitely versatile.
But if
as
somebody
well.
buys it, let's be honest, Ernie, they're going to want to cook a bunch of pizza.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Pizza's on their mind,
Pizza would
definitely.
be the
Yeah.
top.
Yeah.
Maybe some breads.
Yeah, absolutely. So pizza ovens are really cool that you guys carry. And again, if they don't see the size or the one they want or a model or whatever, ask the question.
Just
because
ask
you guys
us
can get
if
it
we
from-
don't if you don't see it here and we carry the brand, we can order it.
Yeah,
we can get it
absolutely.
for you.
Flat tops. Now we're going to talk about my dream grill that you guys carry.
Yes.
And some people may know this particular grill, some may not, but it's the Evo flat top. Mm-hmm. This
Great
is
grill.
a
Great grill.
Oh, it's my dream grill, Glenn. You know it?
I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
that
drilled over it a little bit.
Those griddles are nice and very versatile as well. I mean, if you can get an Evo, definitely worth it.
A little pricey, but I have a
They're
buddy who
pricey.
has one that he's had it for 12 years and it still
Yeah.
works fine. So when if
If you take care of it.
cost to quality ratio,
Yeah.
I mean it's a quality product.
Absolutely, and just the versatility of the griddles now. It's and then griddle cooking is becoming very popular as well. I mean, it's just really exploding. So
I mean, I love doing breakfast on them.
Yeah.
because I have
Absolutely.
I don't have that one, but I have a griddle out back.
Yeah.
But being able to do Philly cheesesteaks or fajitas or chicken fried rice on it,
Burgers.
all kinds of things you
Yeah.
can do on those things,
And-
and it's fun.
And every major manufacturer has griddle options.
Yeah.
Because it's just a necessity. People want it.
Now you carry some other brands as well. You carry one that I think is really cool, where you can take off the griddle, and then you still have a grilling surface underneath.
Yes,
That is called
that's a Camp Chef. Yeah.
Camp Chef. Okay,
Yeah.
I couldn't remember which the brand
And-
was, but I was amazed when I saw it. That's
yeah,
pretty cool.
It's nice, and it's for a nice price. What, $500? I think that piece is.
Yeah.
And you
Less
got
than 500.
Yeah, you get a griddle. And you can pull that griddle right off. You can still grill. It has an open air grill.
Yeah,
So
and it's got a great the cooking surface size.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a nice sized grill when you take that griddle off. So
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting two grills in one. You're
Yeah,
going to
it's-
spend more than that if you bought those two grills separately.
Yeah,
Definitely.
It's versatile.
Yeah.
very versatile.
Any other ones? Flat tops.
With Blaze makes a really nice
Okay.
flat top griddle. All stainless steel, 30 inches wide.
So there's a variety up here.
There's a
And-
variety.
And we want to talk that, all the brands and everything that we've mentioned. When we started the show, we were talking a little bit about outdoor kitchens.
Mm-hmm.
All of these brands make something that can go into that outdoor kitchen as well. So if you're wanting a griddle in your outdoor kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
you're wanting one of these particular, whether it's a Napoleon or a Sabre, they make those grills that go into the outdoor kitchens with the direct gas line and all those kind of things as well.
Absolutely. I mean, everything can come in natural gas or propane.
Okay.
That's the thing to remember is whatever your gas type, we can get it.
So let's jump into, all the different accessories and things that you offer. Because you have, whether you need charcoal that we mentioned, wood chips, grilling pellets, but you do replacement parts if somebody needs, or you can order them.
We can order replacement parts, yes.
Carry some things.
We carry some
grates and
things.
things like that.
We carry some stuff. We don't do as much in the replacement part because if all we do is parts, you'd have a whole
Huge,
ceiling
yeah.
full of parts.
Yeah.
Sting stacks of the ceiling. There's so many parts, but yeah, you can definitely. If it's a brand we carry, we can definitely order things for you as far as replacement parts. Yeah,
Grill covers.
absolutely. We carry all the covers, all the fuels, basically anything you need to really cook today.
Yeah.
You need fuels. You need meat. By the way,
We're going to mention that.
we're going to talk about that, but
Yeah.
if you need, any kind of spatulas or accoutrements, starters, we have all that stuff here to get you going.
Yeah, we didn't realize that they made a mini version of the charcoal starter.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I saw
You got the large and the mini.
I didn't know what the mini. I'm guessing just for a smaller grill,
Sure.
smaller cook.
It's like the little
I just
Smoky
hadn't-
Joe one.
I've
Yeah,
never seen
the
that.
little one.
So, but you carry all kinds of rubs and spices, meat thermometers.
That's right.
Sauces. You carry duck fat up here.
Duck
I mean,
fat, man. Duck
that's-
fat is where it's at.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, whether it's spatulas, barbecue, gloves, whatever it is,
Yep.
those kind of needs, you guys take care of the customer here for all of those.
All that stuff. I mean, you know, whatever you need to get it going, man. We've got it here. we're going to take care of you.
Now let's talk a little bit. You talked about fuel earlier, and with the wood and the wood chips, but you also will be doing shortly, soon, propane.
Yes.
Filling tanks, replacing tanks. You do something now.
Yeah, at this location, we do have tank exchange. Soon, hopefully within the next month or so, we'll be filling your tank. Or your cylinder. You'll be able to bring it. We'll be able to fill your cylinder.
So let's tell the listeners right now, price to exchange is, if I remember right, $20.
It's $19.99 exchange. I believe $14.99 for a cylinder fill.
Once you
A
get to
standard
that in the next
fill.
month or so.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
But the standard fill will be more than a exchange fill, generally, right?
Talking about pounds?
Pounds.
No, it should be. It should be priced where you'll be slightly less than it in full exchange.
But it
'Cause you won't-
would be a little more filled
right, because I think they short you a little on the
on the exchange.
exchanges.
Yes.
Well, that has to do with that. Actually, is for a reason. That has to do with transportation codes and regulations.
Yeah,
why they
we
do
don't want
that?
to bore the people with all that.
We don't want to bore people with that, but that's why they do that. Yes.
Okay, the other thing I want to mention that you guys offer up here that people may have known from the previous business that was here, but you guys still do it, is gas logs and fireplace
Yes.
accessories and fireplace equipment, things like that.
Right. We do. We're going to have gas logs available.
Tis
if
the
you need to-
season for gas logs. It's coming up right
Right.
here, right
Yeah.
now.
It's a short season in Houston, but yeah, it's here.
Yeah, it's here.
That first cold snap of 80 degrees brings all the people out.
Well, will you guys have on your Saturday event someone that does fireplaces here?
Yeah, we will have fireplace
Yeah.
installers available.
Because I know I need
talk
to come talk to
Sure.
someone about that.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll have logs, we'll have burner kits, we'll have the media, accessories and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely, we'll still be doing that.
Whether it's a small wood rack, the cleaning tools and brooms. I mean, just so people know, you carry all of that.
We
up
carry
there. They
all
can
that
get
stuff.
it, yeah.
So
Screens.
Screens.
I like to break it up into two parts when the customer comes in, when they're there to pick out a gas log. Normally they have a wood burning fireplace and they're tired of cleaning out the ashes and the smell of the smoke and chopping the wood, and mom's chopping hand isn't the same as it used to be. So they'll come in and I'll break it to two parts. First, the style of logs that you like and the burner system that you want. Do you want to manually light it? Do you want to turn a knob? Or would you like to have a remote and hit a button?
Yeah.
And all those options we can explain here and go in further detail when you come in and choose your logs and the type of burner system you want.
But you guys don't provide the service of getting that installed. You will direct them to somebody,
Yeah,
your partners that you work with?
Right. There's folks that we know that will definitely get those installed for
Okay.
you. We don't do the installation because, again, that falls into the construction,
Right.
which we
You gotta
don't
have
do.
permits, different
Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
or,
so-
or working with gas or whatever.
Yeah,
You gotta
and
have that
you need to have a
certification.
certain license
Yeah.
to do that. So we leave that to the professionals.
There you go. Absolutely. And we all appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anything else on accessories or anything that you guys offer that I missed touching on that you want to make sure, hey, Rob, we need to make sure we hit this point as well?
I mean, there's so much.
Yeah.
Thermometers.
We talked about that.
Yeah, we have remote thermometers.
But it
and-
brings up a good question. I really like say I'm barbecuing and I've got a pork butt, a brisket, and some chicken on. Is there one thermometer you can buy
Sure.
that you can put 3 in and get that reading from all 3 on one unit?
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. ThermoWorks makes a 4-channel.
Like the Smoke X or Signals.
And less than $50, right? Now we got a problem.
Per pro, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you can, about $99 will get you 2. But yeah,
So that's
no,
a good price still. For $99, that's still a great price.
but it's
I'm just
wireless.
kidding. Yeah.
But absolutely, you get, there's all kind of options out there, and and the best way to figure out which one is best for you is to come and see us, and we'll show you.
Yeah.
These are your different options, and
So here's a question: do you use those on the weekends to show people how they work?
absolutely,
Okay.
yeah,
Cool.
we use them all the time.
That's a great point for people to come up
Yeah.
because I'm actually in the market for one.
Okay.
And that's why I'm asking these questions.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, we use all our products that we carry. It's really fun to work here, especially on Saturdays, because I get to cook on any grill that I have here. Use all our akaushi steaks that we have here.
hey, you're jumping ahead.
Oh,
You're jumping ahead.
But I get to use the gloves. I get to use the seasonings, the rubs, the sauces, everything that we carry. And I'm able to put it on a plate and tell me what you think of it.
And you guys do a good job. I know I've been up and nibbled on a few things that you guys cook, and it's always turns out.
Yeah, everything I've tried has been great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Yeah, I usually could come up here for lunch on Saturdays.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a
Come
free
on
beer.
up.
And a free beer.
Yeah. But you kind of let it out a little bit, but I want to mention it. Heart Brand. Talk about them and your partnership with them, and you know.
Absolutely, yeah. Heart Brand is a really great company. They've they have this breed of cattle. It's called Akaushi. That's Japanese for the red cow. And it's a real, purebred Wagyu, a beef, and it's never been interbred with any other cattle or any kind of, American style or anything. It's the original strain from Japan. They brought some cows over from Japan.
Back in 1991?
Something like that, yeah.
On
a plane.
a plane.
Oh, wow.
So they got them out of there, and they actually learned from the Japanese how to raise these cattle the proper way,
How to feed
or
them.
the way they do it, how to feed them, and take care of them, and it's an incredible piece of meat. I mean, you got to come up here and try. We have steaks, briskets.
You can taste the difference.
And that's what I want you to talk about, all the different
Yeah.
cuts, because you do. When people start thinking about, well, what do they have? Maybe just some ground meat or something. No, you got
We got it. We got
everything.
it a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
almost everything. Yeah, we're talking about fillet. You're talking about whole fillet, whole tenderloins. We can even get if you special order.
New
rib
York
eyes.
strip.
Definitely ribeyes.
New York strips.
Strips.
Tri-tips.
Tri-tips, skirt steaks, briskets.
here's
Flaps.
Flaps, short ribs.
love the ground beef, and the price that you sell it out at for a pound at $5, $4.99 a pound.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's
And-
hard to
and
beat.
It's hard to beat, and making burgers out of those, my family doesn't want any other ground beef now for when we do burgers. I mean,
Yeah,
they're
it's-
that good.
It's a problem when you start to
Yeah.
get into this beef, because then you start to realize, wait a second, what have I been eating?
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's just a really high quality product to change your mind on what beef's supposed to be, and it's just the marbling and the fat, and the fat is actually the reason why they call it Heart Brand is because the fat is actually heart healthy.
It's a good fat.
It's a really good for you fat, like a fish oil fat.
Yeah.
It's because of the genetics of the cow. So
So just less saturated fat, more maybe monounsaturated.
it's just that the omega-3, it's high in omega-3s and 6s or something.
Okay.
I don't know all
Yeah.
the technical terms, but
Yeah.
It's good for you.
yeah, it's good for you. It's good for your heart.
That's
People,
good enough,
People
yeah.
actually
Yeah.
go on an Akushi diet to lower their cholesterol. That
Oh,
tells
wow.
you anything.
So
So
I didn't know that. That's great information.
yeah. So I mean, and just come up here and try it out. And if you tried to buy one of these steaks in a restaurant, you're talking $150, $200.
Yeah.
I'll sell you a ribeye for less than $30, and you can cook it on an
Probably
awesome grill.
for two people too. It's probably pretty good size at that.
Yeah,
1 pound.
a 16 ouncer.
Yeah.
You can split it in half, and then cook it on your awesome grill that you just bought, and have a good time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, tell everybody where you're located. We know you're in Katy, but they've been wondering this whole show if they don't know where you're at. Where's this place
So
at?
we're right at the corner of Mason and Highland Knolls. Well, not right at the corner, about a block down on Highland Knolls from Mason Road.
Yeah, if you're coming from 99 to Mason,
Yeah.
about a block and a half before you get to Mason on your left-hand side.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
You'll see the giant propane cylinder.
Yeah. There's a giant propane cylinder and a giant sign that you can't miss us.
Yeah, and your hours of operation, days of the week?
We're 10 to 6 Monday through Saturday, and we will be opening on Sundays in November.
Oh, you will?
Yes.
What are those hours?
They'll
Like
be
noon to 5?
10
or-
to 4.
10 to 4, okay.
Yeah, on Sundays. But for now, through October, will be Monday through Saturday.
Okay. Well, appreciate you guys doing the show, and let us come in and just kind of have a chat with you guys about what you guys are doing in the community and offering us
Thanks.
as far as backyard chefs who like to, cook. And like we said at the beginning of the show, this is that time of year, right, where you want to get in the backyard, enjoy the weather and family and friends, and cook some good stuff.
That's
you guys
it.
give us the equipment to do it.
Football
Yeah.
games, everything here.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. Thank you very much for coming by.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thanks,
guys,
Rob.
for
Thanks,
joining.
Thanks.
Thanks everybody for listening to this episode of Food, Wine, and Whiskey in your own backyard. And until our next episode, enjoy your next pour.